Are you filming this one? Who's going to go first?
Go ahead. Like, okay, let me say this. Let me say this.
Right.
I mean, very short. Max and I have done some projects together, and the guy is a fantastic dude. Like, straight, intelligent, knows his stuff. He's an engineer, and we're starting a construction company. So, I mean, naturally, we need the head of the construction company to be an engineer. Now, to go back, as I said, we've done some projects together, and one day he called me up. He was like, look, man, I mean, we do these things and it's great, but why not start a company? I mean, these are things that we've done, and he's done a lot of these. I mean, I come from an economic background, so economist, I've done insurance for decades. I mean, he's been in engineering for decades, so we just decided to make it work. I think that it's a give and take. Yes, I understand the question. It's a give and take, and we learn as we go along. But I believe that when you have two people that are mature and intelligent and know the goal at hand, it can work. It can work.
So why did we choose to start a business? Why did friends start business together? Well, this reminds me of an interview that Malam Nasir El Rufai, the former FCT minister, had years ago when he was FCT minister. I think the interviewer asked him that there was a lot of stories going on about him giving lands to his cronies. And then he told them, okay, no problem. When you become minister at your own time, give your enemies land too. So I'll say the same thing to you. When you start your own company, please start it with your enemies and let's see how that goes. No. All jokes aside, so for me, it really was the contrast, right? The difference. We're not same at all. We're from very different backgrounds, professionally different, even personality-wise, character-wise, very, very different. And I think that is the reason. It is in that divergence that there is convergence, right? And our convergent point is Primestix. And I haven't thought back for 1 year and thought maybe this wasn't a good idea. No, never. The fact that he's who he is and I'm who I am is the strength of the company, right? If you leave me alone, I'll think to the left. If you leave me, I'll think to the right. So it's this coming together that has birthed his baby.
Never. It's a process. For me, everything is a process. You start somewhere, and I personally enjoy the process. I've told them I personally enjoy the process, and there's a goal at hand, and we're on point. We're on point. So no, I've not thought about that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a startup, right? And more importantly, startup in Nigeria, and that comes with all this pitfalls and red tapes and whatnot. I wouldn't say I've thought about not doing this, but I think the closest point I got to being a little bit frustrated was in January when we had gone to tweak the designs of our maiden project, Maison Terranova, and for that we had to go back to the authorities to have it recertified, and that took a month, right? And when I say month, you think it's only 30 days, but yeah, it's when you have a staff strength of 24 people, from admin staff to full paid engineers to sales teams to C-level staff, and you're paying staff for a whole month, 24 people without doing anything, and I mean that had its bite. But in that month, we learned a lot, right? We learned how to come together during adversity, how to huddle up, and focus on what's really good. I mean, we use that month to develop the business even further, to develop the building even further, and you've seen the results now. Okay. So I had the last, we have these things in the company, we call them family meetings, where we gather everybody around, and we tell ourselves some home truths, right? So the last session we had, I told everyone that the biggest asset we have here is the staff, right? It's the people that work for us. I mean, we could easily put together ₦1 billion, and I say this with all humility, right? You could put together $1 billion that quickly, and you could lose it that quickly with the wrong staff, right? So I say all the time that our asset here is our people. And so what I'm most proud of is gathering this diverse group of people with the same uniformity of purpose, right? And when you have that, when you have people from different backgrounds, different professions, different ethnic creeds, and they come together to do one thing, I think we could do with a bit more of that in our country. I'm very, very, very proud of the people we have. And I remember one instance when we first started and we had to do a retaining wall. And I was on site and I saw a young girl, 22-year-old girl, her name is Elizabeth. And she was literally carrying concrete to pour for the retaining wall. And that for me was a strong statement. I felt so proud. I mean, this is a profession where it's commonly dominated by men. And you have this young girl literally carrying concrete. And that for me was one of the best moments of Primestix.
Yeah, I mean, I think that what Max has said is right, and to piggyback on him, him and I went through this process of picking the staff that are here today. A few have left, and that's just part of the process. Again, I talk about process. But it's good to see that we have a team that are willing to listen, and we've made it such that it's a relatively easygoing company where we listen also, and they listen to us, and we learn from them and they learn from us. And that is what makes a company. It's the people. I'm also proud to go to site and see what the site folks are doing. And it's nice to see like bare piece of land that is now, has bricks standing and has columns standing, and it's exciting for me, so, and it's good to be part of something like that.
Okay, so without letting too many cats out of the bag, what I can tell you is that what started initially as one company to build properties is now quickly morphing into a group of companies providing different services, still in the same sector. I won't say a lot because some of these things are trade secrets, but watch this space.
Well, I believe we're doing this for our first anniversary, and I would like to thank everybody that has been here, has put in time to bring Primestix to where we are today. And it's just the beginning. I mean, there's a lot of work ahead. There is a lot of work ahead. But if we can all work as a team, listen and voice out, I think Pluto and beyond is the limit. Yeah.
So for me, it's not a word. It's a statement of gratitude, and that goes to the unsung heroes. I mean, we can sit here under the air conditioning, and make these decisions, but for us, the real guys are the boots on ground, right? From the guys who are on site, who are casting day and night, and I mean that literally day and night, to the guys who are on the field, who are going to prospect and sell these properties to off-takers, to even the two people behind the camera here who are doing this amazing work, right? They are the real unsung heroes. They might never get to be seen, but they're the ones who really put in the work. And really, it's this, all that you see is a testament to the caliber of people that we have. And I'm grateful for that. Thank you very much. And to the off-takers, we make you the solemn vow. You will never go to any of our properties without coming out and asking questions. It will always blow your mind. We will keep redefining norms, challenging status quo, pushing the limit beyond boundaries. Because it's the Primestix way.